Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the return of Next Week Now. I'm, as always, your host, Trachy, and joining me is the lovely J-Fish. J-Fish, how are you doing today?
I'm violently ill, but we're gonna go ahead anyways.
Wait, you are? You never mentioned that in our our pre-talk. Anyways, um,
I'm not violently ill, but I definitely do has COVID.
okay. So this is going to be the last episode of Next Week Now because unfortunately J-Fish will pass away. Very sad. Rip J-Fish.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm vaxxed. It's fine. It's like my third time getting COVID, I think.
Yeah, I need to get my list. Anyways, to the main point. Next Week Now has a new format. For people who have seen this before, this is going to look completely new to you. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be a technological marvel. I'm using Google Slides. That is the extent of my technological prowess. Do not expect more from me, people. I am sorry. But we wanted a bit of a quicker video, so we're going to start things off by talking about the top 4 decks in the format, and then we'll go into a match between a couple of decks. So we're not just going to do our showcase deck, then 3 matches format that we've done in the past. But let's start off by talking about Curiosity. For those who have no idea what Curiosity is, somehow have managed to find this video. I don't know how. Like, if you did manage to somehow find this video, please leave a comment below and explain how the hell you ended up showing up here. Anyways, Curiosity is a 40-card format using cards from the most recent standard legal set. In this case, Murders at Karlov Manor, plus cards that would appear in the limited format for the set. So in that case, the list and special guest cards are also legal in this format. The format is kind of a mix between limited and constructed. Now, obviously, it's a constructed format, but decks tend to be the ideal limited deck, pretty much. We have rarity restrictions to kind of create that kind of effect. Singleton copies of 3 rare/mythics, up to 2 copies of your uncommons, and you have to have 8 uncommons. That's a new rule for Murders at Karlov Manor. In the past, we had 6, but with the increase in uncommons in the set, with the new play boosters, we've upped the uncommons here for this season. And then you can have as many commons as you want, but you can only have up to 3 copies of each. 8-card sideboards and rarity restrictions must be met post-boarding. And we just finished off our first week. We play every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. It is completely free to join the events. You do not have to have been in previous weeks before. You can hop in at any time. And what ends up happening is we play 3 rounds. It's pretty quick, simple, tends not to last more than a couple of hours. And what we do is we earn season points. The people who earn the most points at the end of the season will be invited to join the Cave Dweller Clash, which is basically the finals. The winner of that event will have a charitable donation made in their name to the animal shelter of the winner's choice. Also, entry in each week will give you a raffle ticket, which will give you a chance to win a fat pack of the next set, Outlaws at Thunder Junction, that we have during a raffle during the end of the Cave Dweller Clash. Yeah. So there we go. Come join us. It's fun. I love this format. Anyways, let's get into the decks. So, it's week 1, so the format is still pretty new. So do not have this be the end all be all. These are just pretty much 4 deck lists that were exciting from week 1. We will see how the format shapes up. So number 4, Rakdos Aggro. Did you end up playing against this list, Jfish, at all, or?
Let's see. I think round 1 might have been a mirror match. Round 2 was Sultai something, Reanimator. Somebody was on like a Sultai list. One of the new folks. And then round 3 I got a bye, so no.
Yeah, I didn't play against this deck either. This was made by a new player, Jack Nance. Very, very low curve. Like, it tops out at Krenko at 3 mana. Like, there's a lot of 2-drops here. So, the general strategy is to basically kill your opponent before they can drop their insane bombs, which is a good strategy because there are some insane bombs in this format. When we did the set review, I think I gave more 5s to cards than I have in any previous set. What are your thoughts on this list, Jfish?
Sorry. Well, yeah, so this list is very 2 heavy. Let's see. Like, yeah, obviously you can tell that by the look. All the... Actually, did I play against this? It might have been a practice match I played against somebody running something similar. My point here being is Case of the Stash Skeleton, not a good rare. I don't know how it worked out for them. I'm sure I played against somebody with that. It's just a 2-1 menace, that's it. But that's all it does. I don't know. I think you could do something more impactful. If anything, it is probably good here, where you kind of have... No, Krenko only cares about sacrificing artifacts. And it's got the red herrings for that, so that's good. But I don't know. Like, this one, it kind of just seems like a pile of stuff, but good performance for them.
Yeah, it went 2-1. Yeah, I liked it. It seems its performance was the best out of all the non-white decks. So interesting deck. Yeah. We'll see how it.
Homicide Inspector. What do I'm not familiar with that one. Do you know that one off the top of your head?
Yes, it's a 2-mana 2/2 that whenever a non-token creature you control dies, investigate. This ability activates only once each turn.
Okay, that's nice.
A lot of conditions. It does activate on itself, though, which is nice. So, yeah.
Also, just looking at this a little bit more, there's a lot of mana sinks in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got the Rune Brand Juggler. Like, I don't know how you're going to get up to 5 mana for that. And the Repeat Offender.
So, I'll be interested to play against this list in later weeks. So, we'll see. Any other comments do you want to make on Rakdos Aggro?
No.
Okay, let's move on to the rest of the list. They're all going to be white decks because white is insane in this format. Let's go with the deck I played, which is Boros Aggro. We'll actually be seeing it as Jfish's deck in this video. Anyways, Boros Aggro. I was very impressed with the performance. I only lost because of Ezreal, which, I mean, to be fair, like, Ezreal is one of those cards that's kind of unbeatable, right?
It's solid. It is very solid.
Like, yeah.
I mean, it is also kind of like your color, though. Like, if you're a black deck, removing it isn't impossible because so much of your removal gets around being countered.
Well, it doesn't get countered, though. Like, Ezreal can give itself hexproof, so...
Oh, what am I thinking of? Ward? I'm thinking of Ward.
Yeah, no. Ezreal, as long as you have an open mana and clue tokens, which you'll have tons of clue tokens and detectives, but Ezreal can just give itself hexproof, so it's pretty much unkillable. It also gives itself lifelink, can give itself lifelink as well, which is like what's going to stop aggro from actually winning once Ezreal gets down. But anyways, this deck, Boros aggro, did great overall and only lost to like the insane bombs. So once those bombs start getting banned, I think we'll see Boros aggro rise up in the ranks and become the dominant deck, because it's a very strong aggro deck. It's got great removal, really good ability to go wide, and it has some pretty strong bombs with like Aurelia's Vindicator and Agris costs. So I like Boros aggro a lot. What are your thoughts on it, Jayfish?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the like. It's a very solid color combination. I gotta ask, did you ever put the Did you ever make him suspect himself the legendary spirit?
No, because then you lose out on the vigilance aspect of it. Like, he's a great blocker, but I would give other ones of my creatures the menace for sure. I mainly used it on the opponents just to remove a blocker, because then it's like, oh, you don't have blockers anymore. I can attack with everything freely.
Oh yeah, it does do that.
Yeah, so even when you're not exiling something, removing a blocker is pretty good in this deck. That's for sure. War Leader's Call in particular is killer, by the way. Like, it's insane. Anyways, any other comments to make on this, or should we move on to the number 2 list?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah, even though I say Boros aggro is number 3 and Selesnya midrange is number 2, they're pretty much like interchangeable. They're Selesnya midrange, winner of Whoa, Sean Gray ended up playing a good Selesnya mid-range list. Got to get the dream of playing Enlisted Worm and cascading into Tulsamir, which, yeah, that's something.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah. Very, very strong cards. Good ramps, good removal options, and some great top end as well. Enlisted Worm is a very powerful uncommon. I remember playing with it back in Alara block, and when I was drafting, I would tend to take Enlisted Worm almost pretty much any rare. Like, it's a great card.
Yeah, I've never played a limited format with Cascade. I can think of, at least off the top of my head.
There were some
but yeah, it is just crazy.
Cards that were really good.
Like 6 mana for a 5/5 isn't anything impressive, but like as long as you can get like a even like a 2-drop is pretty nice with it.
I mean, I'll take a
So
Novice Inspector.
Yeah, but that's only about even for the stats. Like above that is like way above curve. Yeah. But there is some stuff like the timing I'm not too sure of on this list. Like the No Witness.
Not on my watch. No Witness is good with Cascade.
Oh wait. No, I'm thinking of what's the Wrath? I thought No Witness was the Wrath, but No Witness is the
Witness is the Wrath. You are correct.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, but the thing is,
what is Hide in Plain Sight?
I'll explain it later, but first let me explain why No Witnesses is really good with Cascade. Because then Enlisted Worm, if it cascades into No Witnesses, Cascade is a cast trigger, so Enlisted Worm is still on the stack. No Witnesses will wipe the board, leaving Enlisted Worm as the only creature. So Wraths that leave you with a 5/5, that is really good.
That is better than I was thinking.
Yeah,
but you do have a Not on My Watch.
Yes.
The Fanatical Strength, that's okay. That's not too bad to hit. If you're doing it pretty common. But I know what my issue was. I was actually thinking Enlisted Worm was a rare because that's how good it is.
Yeah. So very strong cards in this deck. Could maybe use a bit of fine tuning. I would probably replace the not on my watches with like hard hitting questions for removal. Maybe replace the fanatical strength with a makeshift binding instead. But still, like eh, quite strong deck. Although I guess Fanatical Strength has its purpose with Talsimir, because if you end up winning a combat with Talsimir that your opponent was thinking they would just, trade or block Talsimir, then if you can buff it, Talsimir is insane. That's another card that got a 5. Anyways, strong list. Expect to see a lot of Selesnya mid-range. I think I'm playing that next week. So, my own version of the list. And finally, the number one list took 2 3-0 finishes, the first and second list. One was by Petru. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Let me know in the Discord channel if I am, and tell me the correct pronunciation. But returning player there. And, of course, longtime regular Mertcan. Everybody who's played Curiosity before knows Mertcan. We all love him. But yeah, Azorius Detectives. Very strong list. Again, White has a lot of good cards, good removal and such. Azorius has a really strong bomb with Ezreal, as we talked about before. Case of the Pilfer Proof is also really good, I found.
Yeah, it's from what I play, since I did play the deck. Well, it never worked out for me in this week, but it was crazy in some of the test games I did with it.
Yeah,
and the effect I was doing that these other lists weren't. And granted, it might be something that hurt because the card I'm going to talk about isn't actually a detective. Was play Crab Investigate person.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's necessarily needed.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think 6 1-drops that also give you something to, I'm not saying I feel cheated, but I feel cheated because I had 6 Raven Inspectors and all my hands were terrible.
Oof.
Okay, yeah. Other crazy things about this deck: Premier Enforcer, super solid card. Though it never came up with me. The free drop, the investigate, and then he can Sphinx his rev whenever you want. Also kind of crazy.
Yeah. Part of Azorius' strength is that it has a lot of rare options, meaning it will definitely survive first wave of banning. Like, sure, Ezreal and Alquist get banned. Maybe Wojak Investigator, which also got suspended this week alongside Ezreal and Alquist, but Wojak Investigator I don't think is... it's a solid rare for the list, but it's not the best rare. But, Cryptic Coat, Aurelia's Vindicator, those are excellent options. You have got, Intrude on the Mind. You got the Weird as well. Those are all quite good options for rares. So even if it's slightly weakened because Ezreal gets banned, maybe in week 3 or 4 or whatever, Detectives will still survive. It could even survive an uncommon ban. In all honesty, it's got a lot of uncommon options as well. But yeah, Case of the Pilfer Proof. If you can get that off on turn 2, you probably won the game. It is insane. It's basically an anthem at that point. So yeah, there we go. we have our top 4 lists. Anything you want to say additionally about Azorius Detectives before we get into the match?
This isn't necessarily about Azorius Detectives, and I should have brought this up before instead of dropping it on you now, but I'm going to do it anyways. What exactly is this? The exact this isn't the list that won
No,
because you
no.
said Wojak Investigator was suspended. What are the uncommons at? I feel like we might want to keep a tally on that since we get 4 sets of uncommons in each week now.
I think yes, it is the uncommons that are in this list. Case of the Gateway Express, Perimeter Enforcer, Case of the Pilfered Proof, and Private Eye have gotten 1 week.
Okay, but you know they do have to win 4 weeks, so maybe it's not a statistic we need to keep up with.
Well, we do have the extra uncommons, so
We do. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If Detectives keeps winning, if it wins like the second week as well, maybe we'll worry about it then.
yeah. Well, Case of the Gateway Express it won't just be in Detectives. Pretty much any white deck will play Case of the Gateway Express. It's a very
red and white especially.
Yeah.
Honestly, that probably should have been in my list, especially with the crabs, because the crabs can attack. They don't have defender.
That is true. So yeah.
But I suppose it's time we hop on over to our match for this week.
Okay. Okay, let's get into this game.
Just gotta select this.
Yep, so I'm on blue-white. Jfish is on red-white.
Oh no, our avatars. They got swapped.
Did they?
Because I'm bird. I'm a blue card. You're a red card. It's a little haha funny.
No, this is a one-lander.
This ends fine.
I got Novice Inspector. Exactly what you want to see on a mulligan. Your own Novice Inspector. So you probably have another escape tunnel then. Just crack the escape tunnel now, Jfish.
I mean, I should. I really should, but it might matter when you know what color I'm getting. You know, I won't have any. I do not think case of the emptied hand or whatever it's called.
I guess that means that I know you have a mountain in hand, but like it's not going to affect my plays. I was just going to play it this Private Eye anyways.
We're gonna go inside source.
No, I was expecting a Helix. I guess my Private Eye lives. I guess I'll be aggressive.
That is totally fine with me. We're gonna go this card that I hate.
I think it's good. It performed quite well.
I just don't like it. But I had a worse record than it this week, so who am I to talk?
I thought Neighborhood Guardian was very good for getting in attacks.
It might be. We'll see how it does here.
I liked it in my games. A Vindicator, huh? Oh, I guess never mind. It could just be a dog walker. That's more likely.
These will help.
Sure. I'll block.
Yeah, I don't think this list is playing Vindicator. I could be wrong.
No, it is playing Vindicator. I know my own list.
Oh, I don't.
Let's play Ezra.
Oh, God, Trachy, why? Why do I have to do math? I'm not doing math.
Are you trying to kill me?
You can do math. I think you know what I'm trying to do here.
You're gonna try and flip Dog Walker and do stuff. There. Oh, yeah. Wait, I forgot you had 2 neighborhood guardians. That's bad for me.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't want to do math.
I completely just flubbed that, huh?
Oh, there we go. The card that I said was terrible, taking down the strongest rare in the format.
Top 5 at least.
You're right. It is a lot weaker than 2 black and X, 2 mill X cards.
I think I'm just dead, though.
You're definitely just dead.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I mean, yeah, my hand was another case and a dog walker, so.
Okay. Let's add that in. Good idea to add this over this. Then let's see, cut this. Okay, run it like that, I believe. Yeah, when red-white goes off, it goes off. That's for sure. No, this is probably still a good card here. Is it better than that? Yeah, it's better than that. Actually, this is probably better. Yeah. Play first. Don't have to mulligan this time. I like this hand a lot.
I like this hand as well.
I mean, you got a novice inspector. How could you not like it?
So in the lore, what is this clue they're investigating?
I don't know. Cinderella.
I mean, maybe I have no idea what's going on with the lore anymore. I don't know why what's his name keeps showing up in every set. I don't know why Rakdos is in Thunder Junction.
Yeah, they haven't revealed that yet, so who knows?
But again, demons are multi. They can travel in the multiverse, right?
No, but we have the rift.
I don't know.
Now.
I don't know lore. All I know is this card is going to cause a lot of confusion this season.
How
Because I
so?
refuse to craft an uncommon one.
Just craft the uncommon one.
I have like 6 rares. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna intentionally be obtuse about it. You can't stop me.
Yeah, I don't think you're going
That's
to be
a
able
lot
to
of damage.
It is, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I do an island.
Let's take it.
And now I get additional tokens doing cool things.
I guess we have to do this. And just hope you can't remove them.
Well, I have another one. Go, my army, go.
Why? Oh, I see.
Yeah, you gave my guy Menace.
No, I was wondering about something else.
Oh.
What am I doing?
Probably dying.
Yeah, this doesn't really have any routes to catch up with. I should have played an inside source on free instead of the mentor, but I thought I'd have more time.
Yeah, I also had an out cold in hand, so I don't think things are going to go well for you, no matter what. I think I'm right to have that. And there's a case of the pilfered proof showing that the proof is in the pudding for how good a card it is. I'm sorry, please don't kill me, viewers. Yeah, not as good as my last hand, but
not as good as any of my hands, but I can keep it.
oh, see, and that's your problem. You don't have a novice inspector on turn 1.
Need a what's it called? The vampire who makes a blood token.
Voldaren Epicure.
Maybe.
Go, my inspector. Let's play a perimeter enforcer.
Let's really misrepresent the board state.
Now just imagine if all my creatures had +1/+1 counters on them. How good this board state would be. Oh well.
We just no. We just go inside source.
Draw a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mentor the make good source of card advantage in matchups where your opponent is light on removal, like in this matchup. Let's fly in for some damage.
I'm gonna do this for 1. I think it will save us more in the long run.
Yeah, I figured you had to torch the witness in hand.
And then it is back to you.
Got it. Let's draw a card. Phantom. Phantom, pretty good aggressive creature.
Yeah.
I could see it definitely being in Boros as well. I've got some in the sideboard, but it's a potential main board card. I just like going wide a bit more in my list.
Okay, so we got 6 mana, so we're gonna do this like this.
Let's kill the mentor. Let's crack this clue. Hope to draw a novice inspector. Unfortunate, did not. I mean, there's only like 1 left in the deck, so you know that's gonna happen.
That's why you need crabs. We're gonna go flip.
Yep. Yeah, enter tap so you can't use them as blockers, which is for the best. Like, imagine how insane Dog Walker would be if you could use the dogs as blockers. Person of interest, good card for the go wide strategy. Both have quite significant board stakes going on here.
That we do.
Now, I assume you probably have like a lightning helix in hand, but I'm still fine with that.
Go, other card that misrepresents the board state.
I think you're slightly favored in this board with your extra cards in hand.
I think it's pretty neck and neck.
Yeah, it's pretty close, that's for sure.
You do have a good life total range. So.
Yeah, I've got that advantage going for me. So let's see, you have to answer Crime Stopper.
Well, we got another chance to do it.
There's plenty of removal in the list.
Yeah, but we didn't see it. So you got this one.
Good games, good games. So fairly close matchup. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying good games as well.
Yeah, good games. So very close matchups there. I do think all the white lists are pretty close together. in terms of their quality. Well, okay, Orzhov is a bit like further behind, but you know, I think white red, white green, and white blue are pretty similar. I think white blue is currently the stronger of the three, just because it has, I think, better. Like Ezram is a really good rare, but I think it just depends on the draws, really. So yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
There we go. That is next week now, people. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on Saturday. Jfish, you ready to outro this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that still stays, people. Do do. Next week now.
Next week now.
Take care of yourself, Jfish. Bye.